So once upon a time, a king did something quite unspeakable. His misdeeds unleashed a ghastly spirit, a vengeful ghost that left a mess across the entire picture, a mess they call Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3. Yes, I just walked out of a screening featuring Kartik Aaryan, Vidya Balan, Madhuri Dixit and Tripti Dimri, and folks, there's a lot to unpack here. To give it a little context, imagine a king performs strange rituals. These rituals summon a ghost, and this ghost haunts the king's bloodline for centuries. It's a solid premise, just the type to build suspense around. But what Bhool Bhulaiyaa gives us instead is a series of middling encounters and missed opportunities. Now here's where things could have shone brighter. With a bit of execution, this plot could be compelling, but instead the film trudges at a disappointingly sluggish pace. Let's break it down. We have Kartik Aaryan returning as Baba, but let's be clear, this is not a sequel in the traditional sense. It is not a continuation of Bhool Bhulaiyaa 2, so much as a reboot. Different ghosts, different haunted palaces, and our so-called Baba is back with his supernatural antics to exorcise the ghost Manjulika, who has haunted this palace for generations. Enter the ghost Manjulika, a spirit lurking for 200 years thanks to the king's curse. This character and the whole palace setting had great potential for unraveling dark family secrets, until slowly you realize the movie's building up to something that never really delivers. Now, as with previous installments, we are in for a horror comedy. But instead of the intended thrill, we are loaded with comedy, most of it forced. Ashwini Kalsekar, Rajpal Yadav, Sanjay Mishra and Vijay Raz all try to bring in the laughs, yet the comedy doesn't land half the time. If these talented comedians couldn't lift the humor, you know there's a serious issue with either the writing or its execution. Now, while director Anees Bazmi is back, giving us that trademark spooky palace vibe with shadowy hallways and dark corners, even this aesthetic begins to feel stale. To add scary moments, they employ strange techniques like slow motion camera shots and creepy sound effects. Occasionally, whispers echo down hallways, which does lend an eerie feel, but even these effects get repetitive after a point. Slow motion shots are everywhere, including the songs, and these become almost comedic rather than impactful. There's one noteworthy Bengali accent that just seems to come and go at convenience, Bengali 1 second and Hindi the next. It pulls you out of any immersion you might have, especially when the delivery feels so stilted. Any semblance of horror is overshadowed by forced humor or filler scenes which do nothing to build suspense. The movie sets up many things, particularly before the interval, just to leave viewers with questions, most of which aren't even satisfyingly resolved. By the time we're nearing the climax, it feels like a painfully drawn-out affair. One shining moment, Ami Je Tomar is genuinely a high note. Vidya Balan and Madhuri Dixit's Jugalbandi delivers a visually impressive performance. But unfortunately, I can't say the same for their acting here. Both Vidya Balan and Madhuri Dixit give uninspired performances, with Madhuri Dixit often feeling over the top, unable to settle convincingly into her role. Kartik Aaryan, well, he's fine. Just fine. Nothing memorable, though he's competent enough as the heroic exorcist. Rajpal Yadav does bring in some moments of humor that hit the mark, but ultimately the role becomes a repetitive cycle. Vijay Raz, however, does shine here, his humor and timing a refreshing relief. Overall, Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3 is a mishmash of filler characters, filler scenes and contrived plots designed to throw us off rather than move the story forward. It's trying to be clever, but only ends up as mediocre entertainment. If you want something easy, low stakes and are willing to overlook flaws, maybe this movie is for you. And there you have it, that was my review for Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3. Not quite a horror, not quite a comedy, but a convoluted mix of both that just doesn't hit the mark. That was my review for Bhool Bhulaiyaa 3. If you've seen the movie, do let us know in the comments below about what you thought of the movie. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, take care. Cheers.